Do you really want to know what's behind the push by the private and public sector for these vaccine passports? Stay tuned and find out. So, in the news recently, there's been a discussion about vaccine passports. And for those of you who do not know what it is essentially an indication that you receive your coronavirus or COVID vaccine. Now, in the past, of course, we've had vaccine papers, especially when you're traveling to other countries, to let them know, to reassure them that you've had your shots for yellow fever and things like that, which is understandable, but this is different. This is actually to allow you to enter venues or entertainment places. So it's more than just traveling to a country. It's actually dictating where you can go and where you can't go based upon whether or not you had the vaccine. This video is not talking about the vaccine and the benefits or the side effects of that. This is actually talking about the fact that they want to strip your liberties solely based upon whether or not you've had a vaccine or not. Now, I like to go to scripture. So the scripture that comes to mind with this scenario is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 12, where it says, all things are lawful for me, but all things are not helpful. All things are lawful for me, but I will not be brought under the power of any. So this verse is pertinent because what they're looking to do is actually bring you under subjection, to make you subjected to the private and the public sector solely based upon whether or not you have a vaccine. And that's not liberty, that's not freedom, that's socialism, and that's communism. They want to have power over you to determine where you can go and when you can go. For those of you who have not heard of this, this is similar to the concept that's happening over in China, where they call it the social credit, where the government can actually track how you've been responding to things that the government has said, whether or not you've responded positively or favorably. And if you haven't, then they can restrict things. They can take things from you. Now over there, it's gone to the point where they can actually control where you live. I mean, they can kick you out your apartment because of the state-run control that they have over the economy over there. But what we have over here is like the precursor to that. It's the precursor to them controlling everything that you can do. I'm not just talking about the privacy concerns of it, whether or not you want to give out your medical information and have it available for others to hack into and see, but just the thought behind you giving up your liberties just to go watch a movie, to watch a baseball game, to be entertained, or in New York with this recently released pass to even ride transit to go to Madison Square Garden. Think about that. We haven't done that for any other pandemics in the past. We didn't do that for H1N1. We don't do that for the flu. So why are we doing it for COVID? What's the difference? Why are we doing it for COVID? Think about that. They want to use this as a way to introduce the concept of socialism and communism in the free world. That's the only reasoning behind it. They're using this pandemic, they're using the tragedy, they're using the fear of it to control people. That's the only reason. They see this as a golden opportunity to institute the things they've been wanting to do for decades. And so that's why they're pushing. And it's not just the governments, private sector, private companies, because it benefits private companies. Private companies don't care about the individuals, they care about money. So if they see this as an opportunity to increase their bottom line, they'll jump on it. Especially the travel agency and technology companies and cruise lines and companies like that. So just wanted to give you a heads up on that, to be aware of that, to fight it when we can, because they're trying to take our liberties away. They're trying to make us all victims, but we're not victims. We are empowered for greatness, and we will keep our freedoms. We will not be in bondage to anyone or anything. Please like, subscribe, share this with your friends. This helps to get the content out and to make our voice known so we can be active in this culture, in the community, not just related to government, but to impact this culture and fulfill our mission to educate, motivate, and activate.